Hello everyone. Today in this video we will cover some important topics of CSAT paper 2 2022. This session is also a part of 120 plus prelims booster program. It is a 30-day program for you. So without wasting any time, let's straight away go to the first topic. The first topic which we will discuss today is average. Before going into the questions, I would like to give you some theory part and some formulas regarding average, which are continuously used in this topic. So many times I have been asking students, what do you understand by the average? They just sum up the observations and just divide it by 2. So that is incorrect. So that is why I have given the first formula, that is average is equal to the sum of the observations, the sum of all observation upon total number of observations. So the key point is here is that observation. What do you understand by an observation? Observations can be anything. I'll take an example of a classroom where there are some students, they can be girl or they can be boy. So if we talk about the observation of a particular weight or height, suppose let's take an example of height. Every girl and every boy might have a different height and different weight. So suppose we take an example of height. In a classroom there are some boys and some girls. If I take the observation as height, so there will be a different height. So these might be the observation which we are considering at that situation, or there might be some other observation which we'll be considering at some other time. Okay, it can be height, it can be weight also. So the word average comes out to be said, different student will have a different height, different girl will have a different height, different boy will have a different height. So on an average, what is the average height of a class? If you want to know, then we will use this formula. This will be equal to the sum of all observation upon the total number of observations. So this is the first formula. The second one here is the sum of the first and natural numbers. The important word is here first. This is the key point for this, because you cannot apply this formula from the in between of any of the series. You have to, if you want to apply this formula, you have to start it from the first one. So before knowing this, before going to, let's understand the formula. What are natural numbers? What are natural numbers? See, natural numbers are those numbers which start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to infinity. These are known as natural numbers. So if you want to find the sum of the first n natural numbers, so you can put the formula n into n plus 1 by 2. By this formula you will get the sum of the first n natural numbers. But if you want to find the average of these numbers, then you have to divide these number by total number of observation. Now if you divide this by n, so this n and this n gets cancelled out. So you will get the average of the first n natural numbers is equal to n plus 1 by 2. This we will be using in any of the series, I will tell you later on. So average of the first n natural formula will be equal to n plus 1 by 2. Likewise, I will give you the example. Suppose you want to average of the first n natural numbers, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. These are the natural numbers from 1 to 5. If I want to find the average of these natural numbers, just put the value of n. And here n is equal to the number of observations. Here I have written only 5 observations. So 5 plus 1 by 2, you will get 6, 6 divided by 2, you will get 3. The average of the first 5 natural numbers will be 3. So the second formula given here is the sum of the square of the first n natural number. Again, important point is that these are also the first n natural number and the square of the first n natural number. The formula will be n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Now how to write this? Square of the first n natural number, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. If you come across a series like this, then you can apply, and you want to find the sum of this series, you can directly apply this formula n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So you will get the sum of these observations. You will get the sum of these observations. Now if I want to find the average, again I have to use the formula, the sum of the observations upon the total number of observations. So here comes the average of the square of the first n natural numbers. Divide the above equation by n, so n in the numerator and n in the denominator gets cancels out. So you will get the formula n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. So we completed this one. Now the third one is the sum of the cube of the first n natural numbers. Now this will be series like this: 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube and so on. Now if you come across this types of series, so you will write the formula for the sum of the cube of the first and natural number will be n square bracket n plus 1 square by 4. Now if you find the average of the cube of the first and natural number, again important important word is first. First and natural number, you will divide it with n. I will divide it with n. So n from the numerator and n from the denominator gets cancels out, and you will get the formula n into n plus 1 by n into n plus 1 square by 4. So we have completed up till now. Now if you want to find the sum of the first and natural odd numbers, so first we should know what are odd numbers. Odd numbers are those numbers which are not divisible by 2. The numbers which are not divisible by 2 are known as odd numbers. So if you find the sum of the n natural odd numbers, you will directly get that n square. Let the number be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. All are the odd numbers. So if you want where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can apply this. You will find the sum of the first n natural odd numbers. Now if you find the average of these first n natural odd numbers, you just simply divide it by n. Again the same scenario, n from the numerator and n from the denominator gets cancels out, and you will get the average of the first n natural odd numbers is equal to 1. Okay, now we will talk about the even numbers. What are the even numbers? Even numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on. These all are even numbers. So if you want to find the sum of these first n even numbers, then you will apply formula n into n plus 1. Now if you want to find the average, you will need to just divide it by n. So n from the numerator and n from the denominator again gets cancels out, and you will get the formula n plus 1. So this was all about the series. This was all about the sum of the observations for the n natural numbers, but the important point is here that the first word is common in each and every formula. You can apply this formula only when the series starts from the first one. Okay. In the game of cricket, there are two terms, batting average and the bowling average. It is very important. So many questions have been asked in CSAT regarding this batting average and the bowling average. So in the game of a cricket, for a batsman, it is more important to make runs, and for a bowler, it is important to take wickets. So here you can observe that the batting average is directly proportional. The batting average is directly proportional to the total number of runs made by him upon the total innings played by him. Now for a bowler, it is very important to take wickets. More number of wickets the bowler is taking, the good the bowler is. Now if we increase the run, the batting average will automatically increase. However, if you increase the total number of wickets, the bowling average will decrease. So when we describe about the batting average of a batsman, the more the batting average, the better is the batsman, and if the lesser is the bowling average, then the better is the bowler. So there is a direct relationship and there is a inverse relationship. Inverse relation for bowling, and for batting there is a direct relationship. Increase the number of runs made a better batsman, and increase in total number of wickets will make a better bowler. So this is all for the theory part. I will revise it for you. We have started with the formula for the average is equal to the sum of the observations upon the total number of observation. Now if you find the sum of the first n natural numbers, you can simply apply the formula, and you just need to divide it for n of the total number of observation if you find the average. Now similarly for the square of the first n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6, you can divide it by n, you will get the sum of the average of the square of the first n natural numbers. Similar is the case with the cube of the first n natural numbers. You can apply the formula and you can divide by n total number of observation to find the average. Now next we have lastly we have found the batting average and the bowling average. So I think you all are familiar with the theory and the formula for the average. So now we will proceed with some questions which have been continuously asked. Okay, the first question here is, what is the average of the first, very important, mark the term first, 10 prime numbers. So here you should know two things, what are the prime numbers, and the other one what do you understand by the average, which we have already discussed. So first of all I will tell you what are prime numbers. prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by itself and 1, which are divisible by itself and 1. Although there is an exception, which is 1. 1 is an exception. 1 is not considered as a prime number. So here it is the definition of the prime number. Those numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself are known as prime number, and we have to find the average of the first 10 prime numbers. So let's start writing the first 10 prime numbers. The first prime number will be 2, the other one will be 3, 5, 7, then 11, then 13, then 17, then 19, then 23, then 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here we have written 10 prime numbers. Here we have written 10 prime numbers, but we have started from the first 10 prime numbers. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. These are the first 10 prime numbers which we have got. Now what is the question asking? The question here it is asking what is the average of these first 10 prime numbers. So I will write the formula. Average is equal to sum of observations upon total number of observations. Now to find the average, I would like to write like this: 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 13 plus 17 plus 19 plus 23 plus 29. Now you need to divide it with how many observations are there. In this question it is already given that there are total 10 observations. Now when you add, you will get the value of 129, which is divided by 10. So you will get the value as 112.9. 129 is divided by 10, you will get the value 12.9. So your answer will become what? D. For first question your answer will become D. We have done nothing. We have find the prime numbers. You should know the definition of the prime numbers and you should know the formula for the average. Very simple and a very easy question, but you should know the concept. 1 is not a prime number. We have to start from 2 and you just add these 10 prime numbers and you just divide with the value of 10 because there are 10 observations. When you divide 120 by 10, you will get the value 12.9. So I hope you have you are clear with this question. So let's move on with the second question. Okay. This is a very good question, a very important question. See, I will try to solve it with a different approach. I will tell you why. See, so first read the question properly. What is given in the question? The average of 9 observation is 87. So that means there are total how many observations? There are 9 observations. The average of these observation is 87. If the average of the first 5 observation is 79 and the average of the next 3 is 92, what is it given? The average of the first 5 observation, here it is 5 and the next 3 observation is 92. We have to find the 9th observation. Here average is given of the 9 observation and you have to just find the 9th observation. So I will write like this: let there be 9 observations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now these are the 9 observations which I have marked like this. The average of all 9, it is given in the question, it is 87. Write it down, 87. Clear? Now next line, in the next line it is given that the average of the first 5 observations is starting 1, 2, 3 and 5. These are the 5 observations. The average of these observations is given in the question as 79. And the next 3. This is the next 3. The average of the next 3 is given as 92. You have to find this observation. This is the 9th observation. Clear? Clear with the question? The average of the 9 observation is given as 87. The average of the first 5 observation is 79 and the average of the next 3 is given as 92. You have to find the 9th observation. Just you have to follow the simple procedure. See how you will solve. Subtract this average from the given numbers. you will subtract 87. What you will get? Minus of 8. You will get minus of 8. You have to subtract the average from the number. You will get minus 8. But this number, this average is shared by how many observations? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just you have to multiply it with 5. You will get minus 40. So our first part is complete. We have done nothing. Take the average, subtract it, multiply how many observations are there. Similarly, you will apply like for this also. Write it over here, subtract it, you will get plus 5, and you have to multiply it with what? 3. So you will get 25. Clear? Very easy steps. I have taken, you have subtracted this. Now what I will do? Well, find the algebraic sum of minus 40 plus 25. Sorry, it's 15. It's 15. If you multiply 5 with 3, you will get 15. Here it is 15. You will get minus 25. So what do you understand? I will tell you the significance of this minus 25. Negative means till 8th observation, the average is lagging behind. Try to understand what I am saying. Till 8th observation, the average is lagging behind from 87. So for an average to become an 87, the 9th observation has to be 87. It has to be 87. But he also has to cover for what? This lagging part. He also has to cover for what? This lagging part. So the 9th observation has to be 87 plus 25. Why? In order to make the average 87, since till 8th observation the average was lagging behind, for in the 9th observation we have to increase by 25, so that it makes an average equal to 87. When you will add, you will get 11 part, 1, 1, 2. So here in the option your answer will be B part. Clear with the question? Clear with the approach? In such type of question you can also do this question with other method also, but this is very little time consuming. So here it is given in the observation that the observations of the 9th observation is, the average of the 9th observation is 87, and the average of the first 5 observation is 79, and the next 3 is 92. You just need to subtract the values and you will have to find the algebraic sum of the values, and you can calculate like this. Clear? Let's go with the next question. Now, this question is a very interesting one. Just read it properly what the question is saying. Otherwise, there will be some complexity to solve this question. Let's read this question. 9 girls and 1 boy go to a restaurant for a lunch. If girl spent rupees 30 and boy spent 72,000 more than the average expenditure of all. See, the point to be noted is that boy has spent rupees 72,000 more than the average expenditure of all. Find the amount spent by the boy. So the important thing, 9 girl and 1 boy, they go to the restaurant for a lunch, and each girl spent rupees 30 and the boy spent 72,000 rupees more than the average expenditure of all. Here the average expenditure of all is not given. So in order to solve this question, let us apply like this. Let us take the approach like this. We will assume, let the average expenditure of all is equal to X. What we have assumed? Let the average expenditure of all, that means 9 girls and 1 boy, the average expenditure of all becomes X. Now according to the question, since there are 9 girls, how much money they will spend? 30 into 9, it will become 270. 30 into 9, it will become 270. Now what about boy? Boy is spending the average expenditure plus 72,000 more. The boy is spending the average expenditure plus 72,000 rupees more. So in an equation form we can write like this. We know the formula for the average. The average expenditure we have calculated as X. So you can write over here is 9 girls spend 30 plus X plus 72,000 divided by how many observations are there? To 9 girls and 1 boy, it will become 10. Now you can equate this equal to X. This is our equation. Now we will solve this, cross multiply. We will cross multiply. 9 3s are 270. I will zoom it out further, plus X plus 72,000 is equal to 10x. This will become 10x. Now on subtracting, you will get 9x is equal to 72270. 72270. I have just added 270 in that. Now I will divide it by 9. So you will get X is equal to 8030. Now we have found the average expenditure which is spent by all is equal to X. The value comes out to be X is equal to 8030. Now in the question it is asking that find the amount spent by the boy. How much amount the boy has spent? He has spent X plus 72,000 more. That means 8030 plus 72,000 more, 80030. This is the amount of money which is spent by the boy. So now according to the question your answer will become C. Got it? Very easy question. But there is a simple concept. Apply the formula for, I have assumed that average expenditure was not given. I have assumed that the expenditure is equal to X. Now the average expenditure, the boy is spending X plus 72,000 more rupees. So the money spent by the boy is equal to X plus 72,000 and the money spent by all the girls is equal to 30 into 9, that is equal to 270. So I have just applied the formula 9 into 30 plus X plus 72 by total number of observation 10, that is equal to X. On solving, I got the value of X is equal to 8030. Now on adding this value, I will get the amount which is spent by the boy. Clear? So let's move on with the next question. Okay. Question number 4. The average of 100 numbers is 46. Here in this question it is given that the average of 100 numbers is 46. It was found that the two numbers 16 and 43, they were mistakenly taken as 61 and 34. Find the correct average. Find the correct average. It was also found that the total number was only 90. Earlier there was how many observations? 100. But later on how many observations are there? There are only 90. So okay. Let's see how to solve this. Now if an average of 100 number is equal to 46, if I want to find the sum of all the observations or all the numbers, I will get sum of all numbers is equal to 46 into 100, that is equal to 4600. Clear? From the first line it is given that the average of 100 number is 46. Now I want to find the sum of all the numbers, I can just multiply it with the 100. So 46 into 100 it will become 4600. Till now it's clear. Now it is further in the question it is given that it was found that 16 and 43 they were wrongly taken as 61 and 34. Now what happens? These numbers should have taken 43 and they were taken as 61 and 34. See, this is the question what is saying that. Okay. Now what is my approach towards the question is that the sum of all the numbers is given in 4600. I will subtract the wrong ones and add the correct ones. I will subtract the wrong ones and I will add the correct one. Subtract the wrong ones. So what are the wrong numbers? They were mistakenly taken as 61 and 34. If you will add, you will get what? 95. So I will subtract the wrong one and add the correct one. This will, I will get 59 plus 59. Clear? Clear about this or not? Clear? That sum of all the observation is 4600 and I have removed the wrong ones and I have added the correct ones. So after solving I will get 4600 minus 36, you will get 4564. Now this is the new sum of all the numbers after the correction. Clear? This was the sum of without correction and this was the sum after correction. Clear? I have just deleted the number 95 from the, because they were wrongly taken, and I have just added 59 because it is the correct numbers. Clear? Now I will find the new average. As we all know, the average is sum of the observations 4, 5, 6, 4. Now important point is you don't have to divide it by 100. The important point is that you don't have to divide it by 100. Now you have to divide it by only 90. You will get something approx like this. You will get an answer approximately like this. Clear? So according to the question, your answer will become C, fourth C part. Clear? Now it was very easy question. The sum of the numbers we have find it as 4600. We have removed the wrong ones and we have added the correct ones. Clear? Okay, let's move on with the next question. Question number 5. A batsman scores 87 runs in his 17th inning. What is given in the question? A batsman scores 87 runs in his 17th inning. Due to this, the average is increased by 3 runs. Okay, if he has made some 87 runs in the 17th inning, the average increased by 3 runs. Find his current average. It's a very easy and a very good question. Suppose if the batsman, you have to assume two things. If the batsman is already playing 17th inning, that means he has already played 16th innings. So we will assume here that let the batting average let the batting average till 16th innings is equal to X. What we have assumed? Let the batting average till 16th inning is equal to X. So till 16th inning, how many runs he would have made? Total runs will be 16. Clear? These were the runs which were made by the batsman before the 17th inning. Now, after making 87 runs, the average was increased by 3 runs. So therefore, new average will become X plus 3. Clear? Till now, if I want to find the total runs made by the batsman after 17th inning, I will find like this. Total runs will be 17 into X plus 3. See, here I am doing nothing. I am just equating the total runs made by the batsman. See, let's see how. Till 16th inning his average was this, and in 17th inning he made a run 87. His runs is equal to 17 into X plus. Clear? Got it? Now I will solve this. 16x plus 87 is equal to 17x plus 51 plus 51. Now subtract the values. Just easy. I will take this one on the right side. You will get x is equal to 36. You will get x is equal to 36. Now this is the average of the batsman till 16th inning. Till 16th inning he was making an average of 36, but in the question it has been asked find his current average. So what about his new average? So his new average is equal to 36 plus 3. It will become 39. You got the answer. Here in the question it is given option number A. So for question number 5, your correct answer will be option number A. I have done nothing. I will just repeat it once more. Till 16th inning, I have assumed the average of the batsman as X. Now he has made total number of runs is 16 into X. Now I have added the runs made by the batsman in the 17th inning. After adding these runs, I have equated is equal to 17 into X plus 3. Why? Because after making 87 runs, his batting average increased by X plus 3. Now just equating the total number of runs, I will get the previous average of the batsman as 36. Now in the question it has been asked that what is the new average. So I have written 36 plus 3. So it will become 39. Clear? Very easy question. Chalo, let's move with the next question. Okay. Earlier we have solved about the batsman. Now we will solve this question as a bowler. If the bowling average of a bowler is 12.4 runs per wicket, that means total numbers given upon total number of wickets taken by the bowler. Okay, we will discuss later. If the bowling average of the bowler is 12.4 runs per wicket, he takes 10 wickets in his next inning by giving 52 runs. Due to this, his bowling average is improved by 0.4 runs per wicket. Find the total number of wickets taken by him at present. Very important and very good question. If the average of a bowler is increasing, that means he is giving lesser number of runs to take a single wicket. Clear? By giving lesser number of runs, he is taking a wicket. Improvement of a bowler. Now I will write it like this. Earlier in the question it was given that it was 12.4 runs per wicket. This is the average. This is the bowling average of a bowler. And in the next match, he takes how many wickets? 10 wickets by giving 52 runs. So how the average will become? If I divide 52 by 10, the bowling average for the next match will become 5.2. I will write it like this, 5.2. Clear? I have done nothing. This was the previous average and this is the average of a bowler in the current match. Now after taking wickets, 10 wickets by giving 52 runs, his bowling average is improved by 0.4 runs. Now earlier his average was 12.4, now his average is what? 12.0. I have written 3 data like this. Why? I will tell you later on when we will talk on mixture and allegations. So just focus on this first. If the bowling average of a bowler is 12.4 and he takes 10 wickets in his next inning, then the average will become 5.2. You don't have to do anything for this. You just need to subtract things. Subtract this from this and this from this. I will write it like this. If you subtract 12 from 12.4, you will get 0.4, and you will subtract 5.2 from 12, you will get 6.8. You will get 6.8. Now I will find the ratio. 6.4 you will find the ratio as 17:1. You will find the ratio as 17:1. Why I am taking this? Because I am just trying to solve this question with a different approach. You can solve it by average also, but I am trying to solve it with a different approach. So I am applying here is mixture and allegation. I will tell you later on what is this. So I have just tried to understand what I am saying. The average of a bowler is given 12.4 before the innings he has played. In the next inning he has taken 10 wickets by giving 52 runs and the average is improved by 0.4 wickets. So I have written 12.0 over here. Now I just need to subtract. I have subtracted 12 from 12.4. So I got 0.4 and I have subtracted from 12. I have subtracted 5.2 from 12. I got 6.8. Now I have taken the ratio. So here I got the ratio. What the ratio comes of? The ratio comes of the number of wickets. Number of wickets taken. This is the ratio which comes out of the number of wickets taken. Now understand, in this question how many wickets are taken? 10 wickets. It is given in the question that in this inning he has taken 10 wickets, but my ratio is coming out to be what? 1. So here I can compare this 1 with 10. I can compare this 1 with 10. So I can write it down. 1 unit I can write it down. 1 unit will represent 10 wickets. 1 unit is representing 10 wickets. Now we have to find, therefore 17 unit will represent how many wickets? 170 wickets. Therefore in the question it has been asked the total number of wickets taken by a bowler. I can write it down as 170 plus 10. So I will get answer as 180. Where is 180? Option number B. Your answer for this question will become 180. See, here or it itself in the question is given that the bowler has taken 10 wickets by giving 52 runs. So here it is written that 10 wickets. So the ratio is coming of the number of the wickets taken. So I have compared this 1 with 10. Now after comparing 1 unit, I will get as 10 wicket. Now I have compared this 17 unit as 170 wickets. So then in the question it is asked that find the total number of wickets taken by him at present. So I have just added what? 170 plus 10, I have got 180. So 180 is the total number of wickets taken by a bowler till now. Clear? This question is clear? Okay, so let's proceed with the next one. The batting average of a batsman in his 40 innings is 50 runs. The batting average of a batsman, in his 40 innings is 50 runs. If the difference between the highest and the lowest score, is 172, what is given? The difference between the highest runs made by the batsman and the lowest run made by the batsman is 172. If these two innings are excluded, that means these innings are removed, then his average becomes what? Decreases by 2 runs, that is 48. So I have to calculate the highest run which is made by the batsman. Clear with the question? It is given in the question that the average of a batsman in 40 innings is 50 runs. If the difference between the highest and the lowest score is given as 172 and we have to find this highest score if 2 innings are excluded. Okay, let's write like this. See, till now the batsman has made total runs made by the batsman. Total runs made by the batsman is 40 into 50, that is equal to 2000 runs. These are the runs made by the batsman after playing 50 innings on an average of 50. Clear? Total runs made by the batsman is 2000. Now, if after removing 2 innings, that means now the new innings will be 38. In 38 innings, his average becomes what? 48. Okay. So after excluding 2 innings, total runs made is equal to 48 into 38. Clear? 48 is the batting average and 38 are the innings after excluding the 2 innings. So what you will get? 1824. You will get, after multiplying, you will get 1824. Now let's see. In question it is given that the difference between the highest and the lowest, highest minus lowest marks, is given as 172. Now if I want to find that, if I want to find the sum of highest and lowest inning, then I have to subtract this number 2000 minus 1824. I will get this value as 176. Since these 2 innings have been excluded, that is why you will find the sum of the highest and the lowest as equal to 176. Clear? I have subtracted the value of 1824 from 2000. So I got the value as 176. Now here is the first equation and here you got the second equation. I can write this equation as this: H plus L is equal to 176 and the difference is given as 172. Now, these are the equations which can be easily solved by simultaneously. So, on adding equation first and second, I will get this L and L gets cancelled out because of opposite sign. I will get 2H as 348. After adding 176 is added with 172, I will get 348. Now, I will divide with that, I will get 174. Got it? So, your answer will become 7th A part. Clear what I have done? Earlier in the question it is given that the batsman, the average of the 40 innings is 50 runs. So, I have calculated the total runs as 2000 runs. This is the total runs made by the batsman. Now, after excluding 2 innings, that means the innings that in which he has made the highest and the lowest runs, I have excluded, that is the total number of innings become 38. Now, the average is also decreased by 2. So, I have multiplied it with 48. The runs, total runs made by him comes out to be the 1824. Now, what are the runs after adding these highest plus lowest? That means I have subtracted 1824 from 2000. Then I got 176. So, I got two equations, H plus L is equal to 176 and H minus L as 172. So, after solving this simultaneously, I got the answer as the highest run made by the batsman as 174. Clear? Okay. So, let us move with the next question. Question number 8. In the afternoon, a student read 50 pages at a rate of 60 pages per hour. Okay, a student is reading 100 pages but at a speed of 60 pages per hour. In 1 hour, he or she can read only 60 pages. Now, in the evening, she was tired, so she read 100 more pages at a rate of 40 pages per hour. What was her average rate of reading in pages per hour? Very easy question. Now, we'll talk the scenario of the afternoon and the evening. Okay. First, I will talk about afternoon. Okay. She is reading 100 pages but at a rate of 60 pages per hour. So, I can write like this: 60 pages can be read in 1 hour. 1 page can be read in 1 by 60 hour. 100 pages can be read in 100 by 60. That is, I'll cancel out 5 upon 3. I'll get 5 upon 3 hour. Clear? In the afternoon, student is reading at a rate of 60 pages per hour. So, if she wants to read 100 page, how much time she will take? 5 by 3 hour. This is the scenario in the afternoon. But after she was tired, now we'll see in the evening how many pages she is reading. Okay. Likewise, she was reading 40 pages in 1 hour. So, she will read 1 page in 1 upon 40 hour. So, the time required to read 40 pages is equal to 100 by 40 gets cancelled out. This will become 5 by 2. Clear? The time taken to read in the afternoon is 5 by 3 hours and the time taken for her to read in the evening is 5 by 2 hours. Okay. So, what is the question? Find the average rate of reading in the pages per hour. Now, what is the average rate of reading? Average rate of reading. She is reading 100 plus 100 upon the time she is consuming is 5 by 3 plus 5 by 2. See, 100 pages in afternoon and 100 pages in the evening, and the time she is consuming is 5 by 3 hours and then the 5 by 2 hours. So we'll just simplify it. In the numerator it will become 200 and you will take the LCM of 3 and 2, you will get 6. Now you multiply 2 times, you will get 10 plus 15, you will get 25. Now I can cancel it out, 25 1, it will go 8 times. Therefore 8 into 6 is equal to 48 pages per hour. So your answer will become what? 8th A part. Clear? I will summarize it once more. There was a student, she was reading 100 pages but at a rate of 60 pages per hour in afternoon, and again she was reading in the evening 100 pages but at a rate of 40 pages per hour. So I have just taken the two scenarios in the afternoon and in the evening. So I have calculated the time which has been taken for him to read 100 pages. 60 pages in 1 hour, so 1 page is 1 by 60, and like this I will get the time as 5 by 3 hours, and in the evening I got 5 by 2 hours. So I want to find in the question it was given that you have to find the average rate of reading in pages per hour. So total number of pages she read is 100 plus 100, that is equal to 200, and the time she has taken is 5 by 3 hours plus 5 by 2 hours. So after solving I will get 48 pages per hour. Clear? Okay. Next we will move on with the next question. Okay. First you have to read the question properly, then only you will understand what the question is asking. Okay. A car owner buys petrol at rupees 60, rupees 80, rupees 48 per litre for 3 successive years. Successive means continuous year. Continuous year. What is the average cost per litre of the petrol if he spent 12,000 per year? Here in the question it is asking that you have to find the average cost per litre of a petrol if he is spending 12,000 rupees per year. Clear? Now I will write like this. During first year, I will calculate the amount of petrol he has purchased. I will calculate the amount of petrol he has purchased. Amount of petrol. How you will calculate? He has given 12,000 and purchased at a rate of 60. So this gets cancels out and you will get 200 liters. Clear? In first year the amount of, I am just calculating the quantity of the petrol he has purchased. Okay, in first year he has spent 12,000 and I have divided by 60, 0 gets cancelled out, you have purchased 200 liters of petrol during first year. Now likewise I will calculate it for second year. I just have to divide it by 12,000 by 80. It gets cancelled out, I will get 150 liter. This is the quantity which has been purchased in second year. Now likewise I will find for the third year also. 12,000, it has been divided by 48. This will become 4 times and it will become 250. So we will get 250 liters. Clear? I have done nothing. Since he is spending 12,000 per year, so I am just calculating the amount of petrol he is purchasing at a cost of 60, 80 and 48. So during first year he purchased 200 liters of petrol. In second year he has purchased 150 liter of petrol. In third year he has purchased 250 liter of petrol. So I just want to find the average cost per liter of the petrol. Now to find the average cost, I will find 12,000 for first year, 12,000 in second year, 12,000 in third year. Now the amount of petrol he has purchased is 200 plus 150 plus 250. Okay. So what is the total money he has spent? 36,000. Now the amount of petrol he has purchased is 600. 0, 0 gets cancels out and 6 times you will get 60 rupees per liter. Clear? So according to the question, your answer will become for 9 for D. Clear? A car owner, I'll revise it for you once more. A car owner buys a petrol at rupees 60, 80 and 48 for the 3 consecutive years by spending 12,000 rupees each year. So I just need to calculate the amount of the petrol he has purchased during the first year, and the amount of petrol he has purchased during second year, and the amount of petrol he has purchased during the third year. So if I want to find the cost of average cost, I just use the formula. The sum of all the observation or the money spent by him is 12,000 in first year, 12,000 in second year and 12,000 in third year. So the total amount of petrol he purchased is 200 plus 150 plus 250. So you get the value as 600. Now you have divided the value of 6,000 with 600, you get as 60 rupees per liter. Your answer will become D. Clear? So we'll move with the next question. Okay. Question number 10. The average of 6 number is 32. Okay. The average of 6 number is 32. If each of the first 3 number is decreased by 4, the first 3 numbers are decreased by 4 and the last 3 are increased by 2. Okay. Here there are 2 situations. The first 3 numbers are decreased by 4 and the last 3 are increased by 2. Then you have to find the new average. Very easy. Let's see how we will solve this. Let's see, there are 6 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the 6 number and the average of these 6 numbers is equal to 32. It is given in the question. Now read the next line. The first 3 number is decreased by 4. Okay, the first 3 numbers are, these numbers are decreased by 4. So they are decreased, that is why I am putting a minus sign over 4. Now the next 3, they are increased by 2. Okay, so I am putting it plus 2. How many numbers are there? 3. So I will multiply it with 3. Here also there are 3 numbers, I will multiply it with 3. You will get minus 12 and here you will get plus 12. Clear what I have done? Let's see the technique. You have to multiply with the observation minus 4 into 3, I will get minus 12, and this is plus 2 into 3, I will get plus 6. I will find the algebraic sum of this. I will find the algebraic sum of this. Minus 12 plus 6 will become minus 6. I have already told you in the previous question that, or earlier question, that what is the significance of the minus sign. Now this negative value is that means there is a lagging, there has to be a lagging, but 6 minus 6 is the value which has to be which is lagging, but it has to be shared by how many observation? Total there are 6 observation. This value has to be shared by how many observation? 6 observation. So you will divide minus 6 by 6, so you will get minus 1. So the average gets reduced by 1. Okay, now you can write like this. New average is equal to 32 minus 1, you will get 31. So where is the answer? The option for question number 10 is A. Clear? Very easy. It is given in the question that the average of the 6 number is 32. The first 3 number is decreased by 4 and the last 3 number they are increased by 2. So you have to find the new average. We have done nothing. We have written the 6 observation. The average of these 6 observation is 32, and since the value is decreased for the first 3 value, I have written it minus 4 into 3, and for the next it is increased by 2. I have multiplied with 2. 3. Okay, so I have taken the algebraic values of all these. You will get minus 6, and this has to be shared by what? 6 numbers. So minus 6 is divided by 6, you will get minus 1. So the new average which comes out to be is 32 minus 1 will become 31. So your answer for question number 10 will become A part. Okay. So here we have finished the average part. We will move with the next topic. I hope you are very much familiar with the average right now. I'll show you a quick revision of that. The first question was of prime number. You have to find the 10 prime numbers, and then you have to find the average of these first standard. You got 12.9. The second one was about the observation. The 9th observation, total number of observation were 9, and the average was given, and you have to find the 9th observation. So you have calculated this. The third one was 9 girls and 1 boy go to the restaurant for a lunch, and you have to calculate the expenditure or the amount which was spent by the boy alone. We have calculated in this question. Next, in the question, it was found that the number was mistakenly taken as different values. Instead of 59, it was 59. Okay. The batsman scored 87 runs in the 17th inning. You have to find the new average. We have assumed in this question that the previous average was X, and we have calculated the new average. The next question was about the bowling average of a bowler. Since the bowler was taking wicket by giving 52 runs, so his bowling improved by 0.4. So I have written it over here 12. So we have solved. We have find the total number of wickets taken by a bowler is 180 wickets. Okay. Next was the batting average. Here in this question, the sum of the highest and the lowest net difference we have calculated, and we have found the highest score made by the batsman. In this question, it was all about just reading the paper or 100 pages per hour, or how much time she will take to read 100 pages. We have calculated in the afternoon and in the evening. Then we have find the average rate of reading pages per hour. Now, for the next question, we have seen that a person is spending 12,000 rupees per year and purchasing some amount of petrol. We have calculated this amount of petrol: 200 liters for first year, 150 for second year, and 250 for the third year. So likewise, we have calculated the average cost as 60 rupees per liter. Okay. The last question was the average of the 6 number was given, and the first 3 numbers decreased by -4, and the next 3 were increased by +2. So I have calculated it as the new average as like this. So till now, I think you are very much familiar with the average. I hope you can solve the questions regarding the average. So let's move on with the next topic. So our next topic is mixture and allegations. It is very important topic and very interesting, because so many questions have been asked in any of the examinations. Not only about CSAT, this is very important topic for every examination. So you should be very much clear about this. Okay. The first point, it is written that in mixture and allegation, we mix some state. We mix some state or unit. What we are mixing? We are mixing some state 1, let's say, with the state 2. There are 2 states. Suppose there is state 1 and there is state 2. Since we are mixing, we will mix earlier. Before mixing, they are 100% pure. What are they? They are 100% pure. This state is also 100% pure. Clear? Before mixing any state or any unit, it is 100% pure. The state 1 is 100% pure and the state 2 is 100% pure. With respect to something, before mixture comes out with respect to thing we are taking. Now, underline this line. Underline this line. It's very important lines written there. Okay. We'll come back to this line. Now, the second point is written that while solving question, we can mix only initial things. Why initial thing? Because once you mix some things, state 1 with the state 2, then you will get the mixture. Now there is a mixture. You cannot separate the state 1 and separate the state 2. That is why it is written that you can mix only initial things. So these are the 2 points which you should know. You cannot, if you want to mix, you can mix only initial thing. And if you are mixing something, state 1 with the state 2, then what you are getting? You are getting something with which we are taking with respect to the things we are taking. I will tell you later on, with the example I will tell you. Okay. For this point number 1, let's take an example this. Suppose a car is moving at a speed of 12 km per hour. Later on, the car is moving with 15 km per hour. Now, if I want to find the average speed of a car during the entire journey, if I want to find the average speed of a car during the entire journey, since this is the minimum speed and this is the maximum speed, the average comes out to be the in between of those. 13 is the value which comes between 12 and 15. Clear? Car is moving at a speed of 12 km per hour and next for 15 km per hour, and since I want to find the average, the value is coming out to be in between of somewhere else. So that is, it is 13. This is the average value. This is the average value. Now, what you have to do? Just simply you have to subtract the values. Just subtract. You have to subtract 13 from 15. I have written there. You have to subtract 13 from 15. You will get 2. And you have to subtract 12 from 13. You will get 1. You have to subtract 12 from 13. You will get. Now, what is the ratio? What is the ratio? The ratio is 2:1. The ratio is 2:1. Now, you have subtracted, although you have done everything, you know what is it, but most of the students, they don't know what the ratio is coming of. What is the ratio is coming of? That is, now, why it is coming of time, I will tell you. What is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Since we are calculating speed with respect to something, that is here in this, speed is time. We are calculating it with respect to something, with respect to something, with respect to something. Since we are calculating it with respect to something, that thing is what you called as time. Now you should understand what the point 1 is saying. Mixture comes out with respect to the thing we are taking. Clear? If we are talking about the speed earlier, speed is equal to distance upon time. Since the speed is calculated with respect to the time, so that is the ratio which is coming off it all, it is of time. Clear? Okay. Let's move on with the next question, next part. Okay. Here in this example, I have taken the average marks of the class 1 and mixed the average marks of the class 2. I have mixed the average marks of the class 1 and the average marks of the class 2. So, after combining, I will get some value. After combining, I will get some value. The same procedure, you have to subtract this from this and this from this. Somehow you will get x ratio y. You will get something. Earlier we were getting what? 2:1, but now something I haven't written that you are getting x ratio y. So, what are these ratio coming of? For example, if I am talking about the average marks, the average marks is total marks upon the total number of students. The formula for the average marks is upon the total number of students. So, we are calculating average with respect to what? Students. So, the ratio comes of what? The ratio of students. Very important point. Very important point. People just subtract each and everything, but they don't know what the ratio is coming of. If you are talking about an average, the ratio which comes out to be the ratio of number of students. Clear? The average marks of class 1 is mixed with the average marks of the class 2. Now you get the combined marks of that. You just subtract it. You get the values of x, something you like 2:3 or 1:2 or 4:3. You can get any value. But you should know what these values are. Since we are talking about the average marks, so it will become the ratio of the number of students. So it is very important point. Here the ratio it is coming of ratio of students. Clear up to then? Let's move on. Let's move with the third example. Okay. I have taken the cost price of the first article, and second one is the cost price of the second article. Generally we talk whatever, how you calculate cost price? Rupees per kg, rupees per kg. Since we are taking this cost price with respect to what? Kg. How much kg? How much quantity? That kg is what? Quantity. With respect to what? We are taking with respect to something, which that something here it will become as quantity. Now the cost price of the first article is taken and the cost price of the second article, they are mixed together. There will be a combined cost price. Again you will get something ratio like this. After subtracting from here and there, then you will get the ratio of the quantity. Just try to understand this thing. This was I have already written in the point 1. With respect to something, therefore the mixture comes out with respect to the thing we are taking, what we are taking. If we are taking about speed, then the ratio of time will come. If we are taking about the average marks, then the ratio will comes of number of students. Now in this third example, if you are talking about the cost price, if you are mixing the two cost price, then you will get the ratio of quantity. Clear? Okay. The next point I have written 2 points in point number 4. if rate percent is given, then on subtracting the ratio comes of principal. Why? Because rate percent is always calculated on principal. How much rate percent, how much percentage of what? Principal. Suppose R percent of P. We always calculate the rate percent on principal. So that is why the ratio which is coming out after subtracting, you will get the principal amount. Next, if we are talking about profit percentage or loss percentage, if we are talking about profit percentage or loss percentage, then on subtracting the ratio comes out to be of cost price, because the either profit or loss, it is calculated with respect to what? It is calculated with respect to the cost price, CP. So now the ratio which you will get is the cost price ratio. Clear? I hope now you are clear with the first line, why I have written this, why I am putting so emphasis on that. You should know after subtracting what you are getting. It's not about only solving questions, you need to understand why we are subtracting and what we are getting. Okay. This is very important formula. You can directly use. Question have been asked on this formula. That is why I have given this formula. You can apply. I have given one question also, but I will tell you. Suppose suppose in a container, it is full of something, mixture or water or anything. Now, if you are taking some quantity out of this container, that is equal to X. If you are taking some quantity out of the container, that quantity is X, and C is the capacity, where N is equal to number of times the process is done. Number of times the process is done. Here I have written everything. C is the capacity of the vehicle, N is the number of times the process is done, and X is the quantity taken out at a time. So suppose the beaker was full and you have taken some quantity and you have done this procedure 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So directly you can answer these questions. The questions are very easy. So with the help of the formula you can solve this. Any question, I will give you one question later on. Okay, this was all about the mixture and alligation. I will revise it for you in a quick time. Okay, in mixture and alligation we mix some state with respect to some other state, and the ratio which is coming off, what we are taking, we get that ratio. The next one is we can mix only initial thing, because when you mix something, earlier it was pure 100% pure and the other one is 100% pure, but when you mix those things, now they become mixture, they are not 100% pure. Clear? Okay, there was an example of the speed. If you mix the speeds, you get the ratio of time. Now if you mix the average marks, you get the ratio of number of students. Now in C, if you mix the cost price, now you get the ratio of quantity. Clear? Okay. There are 2 more points. If rate percent is given, in some question if it is given that at some amount is rent at R1 percentage and the other one as R2, now you want to calculate what is the ratio coming off, it is the ratio of principal. You can use this formula over here also. Now profit and loss is calculating, it comes out to be of cost price. You can calculate the cost price. The ratio is coming off what? The cost price. Clear? Okay. Let's start some questions. We'll try to fix this theory with the help of these numerical. I have given variety of questions that might helpful in your exams. Okay. What is written? Find the ratio in which the rice at rupees 7.20 kg is mixed with 7.50 kg to produce a mixture of rupees 6.30 kg. Very easy question, but you should know the procedure, why, what we are doing and why we are doing. The ratio, find the ratio in which the rice is mixed at 7.20 kg with 5.70. Okay, I will write first rice 7.20 and the second one rice 2, it is mixed 7.50. Now it is given in the question there are 2 types of rice. The rice one is costing rupees 7.2 per kg and the other rice is costing 5.70. It is mixed, the mixture worth rupees 7.30. Okay. Wherever decimal points are given, Just for the sake of calculation, to make your calculation easy, you can avoid these decimals. Just for the sake to make your calculation easy, you can avoid this. Okay, so I am writing it down as 720 rice 1 and 750, and the mixture comes out to be what? 630. This is the first part, this is the second part, and this is the mixture. Clear? Now the same procedure, subtract from here, what you will get? You will get 60 ratio 90, or you can simplify it further, you will get 2 ratio 3. What is the ratio coming out? I am talking, it was written that this is the cost price per kg. So the ratio will comes out to be of quantity. Okay. So in the question it has been asked to find the ratio in which the rice at rupees 7.20 is mixed with the 5.70 and the mixture produced is at rupees 6.30. So in what ratio they should be mixed? That is, you will get the answer as B. The meaning is that 2 part of rice 1 is mixed with what? 3 part of rice 2. Clear? This is the sense. Clear? You will be taking 2 part of rice 1 and 3 part of the rice 2. Then you will mix this mixture and you can put the value equal to the 6.30 per kg. Clear? Okay. Let's go with the second question. Okay. The average weight of girls is 15 and the average weight of boy is 30. Okay, write it down. The average weight of a girl is 15. The average weight of boy is 30. The average weight of boys and girls together is 25. So the first quantity is 15, the other quantity is 30, and the mixture you will get as 25. You can write it down like this. If the number of boys are 12, then you have to find the number of girls. Here in the question, it is given that the number of boys are 12 and you have to find the number of girls. Very easy. The average weight of a girl is 15, the average weight of a boy I have written is 30, and after combining you will get the average weight as average weight of combination. As 25. Now you just subtract it. What you will get? You will get 5 over here and 10 over here. If you want to find the ratio, 5, 1, 5, 2. So the ratio is coming off 1 ratio 2. What is the ratio coming off? The quantity of the boys or the number of boys or number of girls in a classroom. But here in the question, it is given that 2 unit from the boy side, it is compared with what? 12. So 1 unit will represent how much? 6 quantity. The ratio which is coming off, it is the number of students. Earlier we have discussed about this, and the ratio which is coming off is the number of students. So I am comparing 2 with 12. So I got 1 unit as 6. So what is this 1 unit? These are the number of girls. So here the number of girls will be how much? 1 unit, that means 6. Clear? So your option will become D part. Very easy question. The average weight of girls is given, the average weight of boys is given, and the combined weight is given at 25. You just subtract these values and you get the ratio, that is 1:2. Now the 2 which is given as 12, the number of boys is already given in the question as 12. So you have compared with the 2 unit with compared with 12. So 1 unit you will get 6. So the number of girls will be 6. Okay. Let's go with the next question. Okay. This is very easy and very interesting question. I'll tell you why it is interesting. Just read it first. The average weight of a class of 40 students is 30 kg, and the average weight of a class of 20 students is 15 kg. The average weight of 40 students of a class is 30 kg and the average weight of 20 students of a class is 15 kg. You have to find the average weight of both the class combined. See, this question you can solve by average also, but since we are doing mixture and alligation, we will try to solve with this only. Okay. So write it down. It is given the average, how many students are there? Here the number of students are given and their average weight is 30. It is combined with a class of 20 students. And here the average weight is 15. Okay. This time it is asking if you are combining these two classes, then you have to find the average weight of both the classes. Clear? Earlier in earlier questions it was given that the value of the average was given, but now here you have to find. See, in this question we will use option method. You will use option method. It is not necessary to solve each and every question. You can solve some questions by options also. So that is why I have given this question, although it's very easy question, but it can be solved by options also. Okay, let's see. Since we are talking about the average, so what is the ratio coming of? What is the ratio coming of? It is the ratio of number of students. It is the ratio of number of students. Clear? And in the question it is already given that the ratio of number of students is 20:40:20. So that is 2:1. On solving it further, I will get 2:1. Clear? Now use the option. Here the first option is given as 25. Now 30 is combined with what? 15. Write it down, 15. You subtract it over here. You will get 10:5. Now you further simplify it, it will become 2:1. You got the same ratio. You got the same ratio by using the first option only. By using the first option also. Instead of calculating the value, we have used the formula. The same scenario, same method, same procedure. Like 40 students were there, the average was 30. For 20 students, the average was 15. Now we have to find the combined average of all these things. So here in this question, instead of solving, we have just taken it as by the option method. So the ratio of a student is given 40:20. So 40:20 comes out to be 2:1. Now we have put at random the first option 25. Put 25 over here. Just subtract this value. You get the ratio at 2:1. So the average weight of both the class combined will become what? First one, 25. Try to change your approach, because to solve any question, approach is very important. It's not always about just solving the questions, it's all about the approach. Okay. Let's move on with the next question. Question number 4. What is written in this question? In MCD parking, there are some 2-wheelers and rest are 4-wheelers. Okay. In any of the parking, there are some 2-wheelers and rest are 4-wheelers. If wheels are counted, there are total 520 wheels. How many total wheels are there? 520. But the in charge of the parking told me that the total number of vehicles are what? 175 vehicles. If there is no Stephanie, if there is, that is there are no extra wheels, then we have to find the quantity or the amount of number of 2-wheelers. Clear question? What the question is asking? In an MCD parking, there are some 2-wheelers and the rest are 4-wheelers. If wheels are counted, there are total 520 wheels. But the in charge of the parking told me that there are only 175 vehicles. And if there is no Stephanie, then find the number of 2-wheelers. Okay. Let's proceed. How to proceed with this question? Since it is given in the question that the in charge is saying how many total number of vehicles are there? total vehicles is given 175. Okay. Let us suppose there are only two-wheelers. First, what you will assume? Let us suppose there are only two-wheelers. So, how many wheels will be there? 175 into 2. You will get how much? 350. Now, next we will suppose there are only four-wheelers. How much wheels you will get? 175 into 4, that means just double. Clear? What I have done? Since the in charge of the parking has told me that there are only 175 vehicles. So, first I have assumed that all these vehicles are two-wheeler, and the next I have assumed that all these vehicles are four-wheeler. So, if all the vehicles are two-wheeler, then how many wheels are there? 175 into 2, it will become 350. And if all are four-wheelers, then how many wheels are there? There will be 700 wheels. Clear? Okay. Now, the given condition can be written like this. Total number of two-wheelers are 350. Now, total number of four-wheelers are there, then the wheels are 700. But if we are mixing, we have got 520 wheels. This is the situation which we can put like this. Easy. Total number of two-wheelers, total number of four-wheelers. These are two-wheelers, these are four-wheelers. And after counting the wheels, how many wheels I have got? 522. The same procedure, again you will subtract. You will get how much? You will get 180 over here, and you will get 170 over here. After subtracting, you will get 180 ratio 170. Now, on simplifying, 0 gets cancelled out, so the ratio comes out to be what? 18 ratio 17. So, what the ratio comes out to be? The ratio is coming out number of vehicles. Number of vehicles. Clear? Now, here it is given in the question there are how many vehicles? 175 vehicles. So, added 17 plus 18, you will get 35. So, 35 unit here is representing what? 175 vehicle. 1 unit will represent how much? 5 vehicle. Clear? 1 unit is representing how much vehicle? 5 vehicle. I have done nothing. I have added 17 plus 18. I have got 35, and 35 I have divided 175 with 35. So, 1 unit is representing how much vehicle? 5 vehicle. Therefore, in the question it has been asked that how many two-wheelers are there. So, what is the ratio of the two-wheelers? That is 18:17. So, here 18 units are representing a two-wheeler. How many two-wheelers are there? 18 into 5. You will get 90 vehicles. You will get 90 vehicles. Okay. Clear? Very easy question. Let me zoom in and zoom out first. Okay. How many quantities of two-wheeler vehicles are? There are 90. So, your option will become what? C, according to the question. Clear? In the parking, there were given the total number of vehicles were 75. So, I have assumed that all were two-wheelers. Then I have assumed all were four-wheelers. So, I have calculated the wheels when all were two-wheelers and all are four-wheelers. When we mix the wheel, we got 520. It was given in the question. We have subtracted. We got the ratio of the number of vehicles. Now we have calculated sum the value 18 plus 17, you got 35. Here 35 unit will representing how many quantities of vehicle? 175. So 1 unit will represent how much? 5 vehicles. So how many two-wheelers are there? 18 into 5 vehicle. Very easy question, clear? Okay, let's move on with the next question. Next question is somewhat similar like the previous one, but this has been asked also. Okay. It is given in the question that in my big pocket there are rupees 25 containing of only the denomination of 20 paisa and 50 paisa. How many denominations I have? I have only 20 paisa and 50 paisa. But here in the question it is given that total number of questions are there 80 coins. How many total number of coins are there? 80. We have to find the coins of denomination of 50 paisa. I have to find how many 50 paisa coins are there in my pocket when I am having amount of 25 rupees 25. Okay, let's proceed with the same. Suppose let's suppose I have only 20 paisa coin. I have only 20 paisa coin. So how many money I'll have? 20 into 80, you will get 1600. Clear? 1600 paisa. I'll get this one. Now in next I'll calculate if I have only 50 paisa coins, then I will calculate it with 50 into 80, I will get as 4000. First I have assumed that I was having only 20 paisa denominations, then I multiplied with the 80, and next I have assumed that I am having only 50 paisa denominations and I multiplied it with again the total number of coins, that is equal to 80. So I got 4000. But the total money I was having 20 rupees, or I will convert it into paisa, we multiplied with 100. So you will get 2500. Okay, you will get 2500. So this is the scenario. I can put this question like this. If I am mixing 20 paisa denominations, 1600, it is mixed with what? 4000. Here I am having 2500, the mixture. Subtract these values, you will get how much? Here I will get 1500 and here I will get 900. On simplification, the ratio comes out to be what? 5:3. The ratio comes out to be what? Number of coins. Number of coins. This is the ratio which is coming of the number of the coins. So if the total number of coins given in the question is 80, according to our ratio, I can solve like this: 5 plus 3, yani 8 unit. It is given that 8 unit is representing how many coins? 80 coins. So 1 unit here represent how much coins? 10 coins. Clear? After adding this 5 plus 3, you get 8 units, and these 8 unit is representing how much coins? 80 coins. So 1 unit will represent how many coins? 10 coins. Now in the question it is asking of how many 50 paisa coins are there. How many 50 paisa coins are there? So these were the 50 paisa coins. The ratio comes out to be what? 3. Therefore 50 paisa coins will be how much? 3 into 10. This will become 30 coins. Clear? So your answer will become B. Okay. Very easy question. It was similar like that the previous one. In my big pocket it was 25 rupees. So I have multiplied it with the paisa. So I will make it 2500. Now if I have considered that there are only 20 paisa denomination and the total number of coins were 80, and the later I have assumed that there are only 50 paisa coins and the total number of coins were again 80. I have multiplied, you get the value of 4000. Now I have mixed with 1600 with 4000, I get the value as 2500. So after subtracting these value, I got the ratio as 5:3. So on adding this 5 plus 3 you get 8. So 8 unit here represent the number of coins is equal to 80. So 1 unit will represent how many coins? 10 coins. So if we are asking about a 50 paisa coin, so that is this one. So 3 into 10. That is 30 coins. Very easy question. Okay, let's move on further. Okay, a shopkeeper purchased two quality of pulses at a rate of 200 per quintal and 260 per quintal. What is the price of the cost price? That is 200 per quintal and 260 per quintal. In 52 quantity of the second quality. Second quality, 52 quintals of the second quality. Here the amount is given as 52. 52 quintals of the second quantity. It is given. How many pulses of the first quality? How many pulses of the first quality to be mixed so that by selling the mixture at rupees 300 per quintal, he gains a profit of 25%. Very important question. Very good question also. This is a very important and a very good question also. A shopkeeper purchased two quality of pulses at a rate of 200 per quintal and 260 per quintal. In 52 quintals of the second quality, how many pulses of the first quality be mixed so that by selling the mixture at rupees 300, he gains a profit of 25%. So, overall he wants to gain how much percentage? 25%. Let us understand this first. 25%. It can be written as 1 upon 4. How come? You divide it by 25 upon 100. Percentage you write like this only. Okay. When you write like this, you get 1 by 4. So the percentage written in the form of what? Fraction. In the form of what? So if you write 25 in the fraction form, you will get 1 by 4. Okay. Now what is this? Since he wants to make a profit of 25%, here 1 is 25% of 4. Just see first, analyze first. Numerator is 1 and the denominator is 4. 1 is 25% of 4. If I write, if the cost price is what? 4 unit, then after making a profit of 25%, what will be the selling price? It will be 4 plus 1, that is 5 unit. You got it or not? Nothing is written. Just understand first. 25% I have written in the form of fraction, numerator and denominator form. So in the denominator it is written that 4 and in the numerator it is written 1. Now this 4 can be treated as the cost price. If 4 is a cost price, then 25% of 4 is what? 1. 25% of 4 is what? 1. So that means this is the value which we are getting after making a profit of 25% on 4. So if we purchase something at 4, at what price we will give? 5. Clear? So after making a profit of 25%, we give how many quantity? 5 unit. Here in this question, this is cost price, but this is selling price. Here it is given cost price, this is also cost price, but here it is given selling price. So I need to convert this selling price into cost price first. I need to convert this selling price into cost price first. So after making a profit of 25%, I can just write like this. 5 unit is representing what? 300 rupees. So 1 unit will represent how much? 60 rupees. So 4 unit will represent 4 into 60, that means 240. That is 240 rupees. Clear what I have written in this part? Since 5 unit is representing 300, so 1 unit will represent 60 and 4 unit will represent what? 240 rupees. Okay. Now this is the cost price. This is the cost price. If a shopkeeper wants to make a profit of 25% by mixing the one quality with the other quality. So I can write it like this. This is 200 of first quality and 260 of other quality, 240 of the mixture. Clear? 200 of the first quality, 260 of the second quality, and the mixture at 240. Now you just subtract it. What you will get? 20:40 or 1:2. Again, what this ratio comes of what? The ratio comes of what? When cost price is given, it is a quantity. But here in the question it is given that 52 quintals of the second quality. 52 quintals of the second quality. That is this one. 2 unit represent 52 quintals. So 1 unit will represent how much? Clear? That means the quality, the first quality of rice should be how much? 26 quintal. The second quality is already 52. So your answer will become what? C part. 6. Clear? Very easy questions. We have just compared, we have done nothing. We have calculated the cost price, and the cost price is given in the question. So we have converted this selling price into cost price, and we have mixed the quantities, and we have just compared it with what? The quantity given in the question. 2 units were given as 52, so 1 unit will become how much? As 26 quintal. Okay. Clear this question? Okay, let's move further. Okay, in what ratio should water and soda be mixed so that after selling the mixture at cost price, a profit of 33.33% is made? Again, this is a question of percentage, so we will change this fraction percentage into fraction. 33.33% is what? You can write it down like this: 100 upon 3 into 100, and 100 gets cancelled out, so you can write it down as 1 upon 3. This is the ratio. If you want to convert percentage into fraction, you will get as 1 by 3. Okay. Again he wants to make a profit. Okay. So if cost price will be 3, then selling price will be what? 4. In the previous question I have told you that 33.33% of 3 is what? 1. So you have to make, if the cost price is 3, then the selling price will be what? 4. Okay. Now just for the sake of the calculation, you can just take a number bigger than 3 or 4. So let us say the cost price is, we are multiplying it with 10, you will get 30, and here the selling price will become what? 4 into 10, you will get 40. Okay. Just for the sake of the calculation, I have just multiplied it with 10. Here it is also 10, and here it is also 10. Okay, 30, and it will become 40. Okay. In what ratio should water and soda be mixed so that after selling the mixture at cost price, 33.33% profit is made? Okay. Now I am mixing. The water is assumed that it is freely available. That means you have to pay 0 rupees for that. We are not charging for water. Here we are charging for the soda, that is 40, and the mixture is sold at cost price. The mixture is sold at cost price. That means at rupees 30. Clear? We have made this figure. Now you will just cross it out. You will get 10:30. You will further solve it out, simplify it. You will get 1:3. Clear? 1 part of water is mixed with 3 part of soda to make a profit of 33.33% in a mixture. Okay. So you get the answer as B part, 1:3. Clear? It was very easy question. We have converted this profit percentage into a fraction, and then for the sake of the calculation I have just taken it cost price as 30 and the selling price as 40, and since we are selling this mixture at cost price, that is at 30, so we are subtracting. After subtraction you got the ratio 1:3, so the answer will become what? B. Clear? So let's move with the next question. This is very good question, very important question. Okay, let's read it first. A mixture of water and milk contains 80% of milk. Very important. A mixture of water and milk contains 80% of milk. Since it is given in the question that 80% is milk, then the water will be how much? The remaining will be the water. So it will be 20% of water. In a mixture, how much is the quantity of water is? 20%, because 80% of is milk. Okay. In 50 liter of such mixture, okay, the quantity of that mixture is also given there, that the quantity is 50 liter. How many liters of water is required to increase the percentage of water to 50%? So in this mixture, how much water I should increase, or I should put, or should pour to increase the percentage of water to 50%? Clear with the question? In a mixture it is given that the percentage of milk is 80%, so water will be how much? 20%. Why I am talking about water? Because in the question here also we have to increase water, and in the question which is also asking about to increase the percentage of water to 50%. Okay, just see how to solve this. In the given solution, 80% milk means 20% of water. What is written there? In 20% of water. Okay. Now, how much? Now, what we are mixing? We are mixing water. Now, this water is 100% pure. This water is 100% pure. Now, we are mixing these two to get the ratio as 50%. This is the scenario which is given in the question. This is the scenario which is given in the question. Now, we will solve like this. Okay. Let's take the quantity of water is here 20, part 1, part B is 100, to make the mixture as 50. Clear? Now you will subtract, you will get 50 ratio 30. On further simplifying you will get 5:3. 5:3. Okay. This was the part of the mixture. This was the part of mixture. This was the part of pure water. So how much quantity of the mixture was there? Earlier in the question it is given that there is 50 liters of mixture. So here 5 unit, here 5 unit represent 50 liters of mixture. Therefore, 1 unit will represent 10 liter. 1 unit will represent 10 liter. Therefore, the quantity of water to be mixed is 3 unit. 3 unit will represent how much? 3 into 10, it will become 30. 3 into 10, it will become 30. So therefore, 30 liters of water should be added in the mixture in order to make the percentage of water 50%. In order to make the percentage of water at 50%. Okay, so your option will be what? 8th A part. Clear? Easy question. We have taken the percentage. Why we are just focusing on water? Because in question everything is given with respect to water. We have calculated 20% of water in the mixture, then we have mixed 100% water, and the ratio comes out to be what? 50% of water we have subtracted. The ratio comes out to be what? 5:3, and it is given in the question that the mixture is having a 50 liter of such mixture. So 5 unit is representing 50 liter. So 1 unit will represent it is 1. 1 unit will represent 10 liters. So here 3 unit will represent how many liters? 30 liters. Clear? Okay. Let's move on further. This is also a very good question. Just read it first. In 75 liter mixture of soda and water, in 75 liter mixture of soda and water, the ratio of soda and water is given 4:1. The quantity is also there, 75 liter. The ratio of soda and water is also given 4:1. The quantity of water required to make soda and water 3:1. Okay, let's understand first. The ratio is given of what? Soda ratio water. It is given as 4:1. Therefore, percentage of water is equal to 1 part upon total part. 1 part is there of the total part. So I can write it down as 20%. Clear? I can write it down as 20%. This much is clear. The ratio of the soda to water is given. Soda is to water 4:1. I want to calculate the percentage of water in the mixture. I just written 1 upon total. So I got 20%. Okay. The quantity of water required to make the ratio of soda and water is 3:1. Now in the mixture, the ratio of water is what? The percentage of water is what? 1 upon 4, that is equal to 25%. Clear these 2 points? The ratio of soda and water in the first it is given 20% and the later it is given as 25%. Now, what is given? The mixture of soda and water is mixed with what? How much quantity of water? That is quantity of water. In quantity of water, the water will be 100%. I can write it down like this: 20, 100. The first quantity is 20, the other one is 100, and the mixture is containing of what? 25%. It is given. The mixture is containing of what? 25. Clear? Up to now it is clear. I have just calculated the percentage of water in the first mixture, and after mixing it with the water, I have calculated the ratio of water. Now subtract this, you will get what? 75:5. What is this? 75:5. You will further calculate or simplify it. What you will become? You will get, let me zoom it out first. Okay, the ratio will become what? 15:1. The ratio will become what? 15:1. So in the given question, it is given that 15 unit will represent how much quantity? 75 liter of mixture. 15 unit will represent how much quantity? 75 liter of mixture. So 1 unit will represent how much? 5 liter of mixture. 1 unit will represent how many liters? 5 liters. So it has been asked in the question that the quantity of water required to make the ratio of soda and water is 3:1. So here it is water this side and the quantity is 1. Therefore, the quantity of water will be 5 liter. The quantity of water is 1 unit. One unit will represent how many liter? 5 liter. So this is the quantity of water which I need to mix to make the ratio as 3:1. So our answer will become what? D part. Clear? Very easy question. Okay. Now, this is the question in which we will directly apply the formula which I was discussing when I was giving you some discussion about mixture and allegations. So it is given that a vessel is full of 80 liters of milk. Vessel is full. That means the quantity is equal to its capacity. the quantity of the milk is also equal to its capacity. Initially, how much liter of milk is there? 80 liter of milk. So the quantity of the container is also how much? 80. 8 liter is taken out. 8 liter is taken out and replaced by water. Again 8 liter of mixture is taken out and replaced by water. Since 8 liter is taken out how many times? 2 times. The process is done how many times? 2 times. We have to find the amount of the final mixture so formed. You can simply put the formula, you can simply write the formula. What was it? Let me write it. Final quantity, initial quantity into 1 minus x upon c to the power n. Final quantity is equal to the initial quantity into x is the amount of the quantity which is taken out at a time, c is the capacity of the container, and n is the number of times the process has been done. Here in this question, initial quantity is what? 80. Initial quantity is what? 80. How much quantity of water has been taken out at a time? It is 8 unit or 8 liter. Again C is the capacity. What is the capacity of the container? Since the vessel is full, so 80 liters of it will also be its capacity. 80. So how many times the process has been done? It was replaced once and again. That means the process has been done twice. You will put the power as 2. Let's see what it comes. 80 into and again you write 280. Okay, just simplify it first. After simplifying you will get 80 into 9 by 10, because 8 9s are and you will get 8 10s are. Similarly you get 9s are and you will get the 10s are. Okay, this 0 and this 0 gets cancelled out. So further you will get 81 into 8 divided by 10. 868 divided 48 divided by 10, you will get 64.8 liters. Very easy. I have done nothing. I have just used the formula. Final quantity is equal to the initial quantity multiplied with what? 1 minus x by c to the power n, where n is what? How many times the process has been repeated. X is the quantity which has been taken out in a time, where c is the capacity of the container. Here the container was already full with the milk, so the capacity and the initial quantity was the same. So initially the quantity is what? 80 liter of milk was there, but the amount of milk in the final mixture, that is after taking out 8 liter 2 times, first the milk and then again we have replaced with the water, then again you have taken the mixture out. So this process has been repeated 2 times. So after repeating this 2 times, you got how many liters of milk remaining? 64.8 liters. So where is your answer? So your answer will become option number D. Clear? Very easy. Just simply you can apply the formula and you can solve. So in this topic also I have taken some different questions, so that I can give you the clear scenario of the question, how the questions are coming and the concepts and the formulas. It is always not good to use formula everywhere, but in some situation you can use. For example, if the paper is continuously asking directly from the questions, so you can apply formula over there. But I'll prefer you just apply your concepts. So we have discussed 10 questions. I'll revise it once more. In first type of question, there was 2 quality of rice. First rice was and the second rice was, they were mixed and the mixture was added. So in this question it was asking that in what ratio I should mix the first quality with the second quality. So we have just subtracted and we got 2:3. Okay. The next one, the average weight of the girls was given and the average weight of boys was given and the combined weight was there. and the combined weighs what there, and the number of boys was also given in the question. So we have to find the total number of girls. So we have fought like this. We have found the total number of girls as 6. Okay. In third question, this is very important question. Why? Because you can solve this question by the options also. This question very important. This is given here only because you should use option method. Instead of solving everything, you can go for the option. Put the first option, you will get the answer. Very easy question. Okay. In next question, there was a parking question, MCD parking. There were only some two-wheelers and some four-wheeler vehicle, and you have to calculate the how many two-wheelers were there. So we have assumed first that there are only two-wheelers, and the next we have assumed there are only four-wheelers. So we have calculated like this. We have subtracted the values and we have compared with 175. So 1 unit was there as a 5 vehicles. So we have calculated the total number of vehicles 19. Okay. This question was similar as the previous one. It was about the denominations. I was having only 25 rupees, and how many denominations of 20 paisa and 50 paisa were there. So this is also you can do, I think, very easy question. In this question, the shopkeeper purchased two quality of pulses. The one was at 200 per quintal and the other was 260, and he want to get a profit of 25%. So by selling the mixture at 300 per quintal. So I have done nothing. I have just calculated this percentage into fraction form, and I have given the 5 unit as 300 unit. It is given in the question. I have calculated the cost price because everything was given with respect to the cost price. That is why I have calculated this selling price with respect to the cost price. Clear? Okay. Okay. Next, go with the question. We were talking about in what ratio should water and soda be mixed by selling the mixture to make a profit of 33.33%. We have calculated this percentage in the ratio 1:3. Now, just for the sake of the calculation, I have multiplied this 3 and 4 with 10. So you got 30 and you got 40 over there. On subtracting, you get the value as 1:3. Okay. A mixture of water in this question, a mixture of water and milk contain 80% of milk. 80% of milk means 20% of water. How many quantity of water should be added so that in the mixture the 50% of water is there? So I have added 20%. It is given in the mixture. Then I have added pure water, and the ratio after combining it will become 50%. Just subtract this value, compare this value, because 5 unit represent 50 liters. So 3 unit will represent how many liters? 30 liters. Clear? Okay. Now the next one is that 75 liter mixture of soda and water, the ratio of soda and water. So percentage of water was 1 by total. 1 by total. The 1 by total is what? 1 by 5. That means equal to 20%. Now the quantity of water required to make the ratio as what? 3:1. So after mixing water, I want to make the ratio as 1 by 4, that is equal to 25%. So again the same scenario, you have subtracted this. 15 unit will represent how many? 75 liters. 1 unit will represent 5 liter. So answer will be 5 liter. Here in this last question of this mixture and alligation, I have directly used the formula which was given in the slide, the first slide of the mixture and alligation only. So directly using the formula you can apply and you can solve the question. It's very easy and very common question. So I hope till now you can solve some of the questions from mixture and alligations also. We have covered 2 topics, average and mixture and alligations. So we have clubbed so many different types of variety of questions to make it easier for you. Okay. Let's cover one more topic, which is time and work and pipe and cistern. Why these are clubbed together? The reason is that the concepts of the time and work are as it is applicable for pipe and cistern also. Okay. Before going into the questions, I have given some concept, basic concept, this much only. Why I have given this? Because so many students, they make silly mistakes. Suppose I have written like this: if A can do a piece of work in 10 days, if a question is like this, that if A can do a piece of work in 10 days and B can do the same amount of work in 20 days. What is the question? If A can do a piece of work in 10 days and B can do a piece of work, same amount of work in 20 days. If I ask if they combine together or work together, then in how many days the work will be completed? So most of the students, they just add these values, they just write 10 plus 20, they got the answer as 30 days. So this is completely wrong. That is why I have made a cross over there. That is why I have made a cross over there and written a note like this: we cannot add days together. We cannot add days together. See, A alone can complete a work in 10 days. With the assistance of B, how can it be 30 days? This is not making sense, है ना? So that is why I have written like this: we cannot add days together. Only what we can add, work. What you can add? You can add work done can be added together. Suppose A is doing some work, B is also doing some work. Now A is also coming and B is also coming. Then you can say that the amount of work done is equal to the amount done by A and the amount of work done by B. Clear? What you will add together? You will add together only the work done by them. You cannot add days. Clear? Okay. One more thing I would like to tell you here, that if A can do a piece of work in 20 days, that means A can finish a certain amount of a work or particular amount of a work in how many days? 20 days. Then it means that A is doing 1/20th part of a work in a day. What is A doing? A is doing 1/20th part of a day of a work in a day. That is why if I multiply by this work into days, you will get 1 part. 1. What they understand by 1? I will tell you. 100%. 100 divided by 100, you will get what? You will get 1. If a work is completed 100%, that means if a work is completed 100%, that means the ratio which is come out to be what? 1. Clear? Till now it's clear? Okay. If A can do a piece of work in 20 days, and if he is doing 1/20th part of a work in a day, then the work will be completed in 20 days. Clear? There is one formula written there: M1 D1 upon W1. M1 D1 upon W1 is equal to M2 D2 upon W2. What is it? We'll talk later, but we'll know what is the M1. M is the number of men, D is the number of days, and W is the amount of work done by those men. We can directly apply this formula to solve simple questions. Okay. Okay. So let's proceed with the question and answers. Now, question number 1 says that A can do a piece of work in 20 days and B can do the same work in 5 days. Very good question. A can do a piece of work in 20 days. I can write it like this: A can do a piece of work in 20 days. B can do the same work in 5 days. Okay. It is given next, the efficiency of C is equal to the efficiency of A plus B. The efficiency of C is equal to the efficiency of C. What do you understand by the efficiency? Efficiency here means that the amount of work which C is doing alone is equal to the amount of work done by A and B. The amount of work which C is doing alone is equal to the amount of work done by A and B together. Okay, the efficiency of C is equal to A plus B. This is the given in the question. So what is asking, in how many days they can complete the whole work together? Here they is what? A plus B plus C. That means all together A, B and C, if they all started working together, then in how many days the same work will be completed? Okay. To start such types of question, here it is not mentioned that what kind of a work they are doing. What kind of a work they are doing. So you need to calculate, or you need to assume that the total work by yourself. How you will calculate? Let's see. Now you will find the total work. total work will be what? LCM of days. What is total work? Total work will be LCM of days. We will take the LCM of days, then you will calculate these days into the total work. How? Let's see. I'll show you like this. A can do a piece of work in 20 days. B can do the same work in 5 days. 5 days. What is the LCM of 20 and 5? You will get 20. The LCM of 20 and 5 you will get what? 20. Okay. Now this is the total work. This LCM of is what? Total work. Since A is completing the total work in 20 days, so how much unit of work he is doing? It is 1. 1 unit of work he is completing in 1 day, and 4 unit of work is done by B. That is why then only he will complete that work in 5 days. Clear? The work done by A in 1 day is 1 unit. The work done by B in 1 day is 4 units. How you will get? You will divide this 20 by 20, you will get 1. You will divide this 20 by 5, you will get 4. Clear? Okay, I will write like this. Since A is doing how many unit of work in a day? 1 unit. 1 unit of work. And B is doing how much? 4 unit of work. And C is doing how many unit of work? A plus B, 1 plus 4 unit, that is 5 unit. C is completing how many unit of work is? 5 unit of work. Now, if they all are working together, since in a day how much amount of work is done? If I write A plus B plus C as 1 plus 4 plus 5, you will get 10 unit of work. Since 10 unit of work is done in 1 day if all of them are working together. So here we have assumed what? How is the total work? Total work is 20. So in the question it has been asked that how many days they can complete the whole work. Now you can easily calculate this. Since the total work is 20 unit of work, in a day they do 10 unit of work. Let me go to the question first. In a 1 day they do 10 unit of a work. So divided by, you will get 2 days. Clear? Very easy question. Very easy question. But just understand the scenario why you are calculating, how you calculate the total work, why we are calculating total work. Because in the question it is not given that what is the work they are doing, it is given that A is doing a certain amount of work in certain days, B is calculating the same amount of work in a certain days. So you need to calculate first what is that work. Okay. So to calculate the total work we have taken, we should always will take the LCM of days. What we will do? We will take the LCM of days. The LCM of days will become what? The total work. Okay, so according to the question your answer will be A part. If A, B, C and all working together, then your answer will become 2 days. Clear? Okay, let's move with the second question. Okay, now we will proceed like this also. A can complete a work in 10 days. In 10 days. B can complete the same work in 15 days. A can complete the same work in 10 days. B can complete the same work in 15 days. If A and B start working together, they started working together, but after some time A left the work. Very important to note that A left the work and the whole work was completed in 9 days. A left the work, but the work was completed in how many days? 9 days. Calculate after how many days A left the work. You have to calculate after how many days A left the work. See, first we will calculate the total work. What is the total work? You will take the LCM of 10 and 15. LCM of 10 and 15 will be 30. LCM of 10 and 15 will be 30. So this will be the total amount of work. Now you will divide 30 by 10, you will get 3 unit of work. You will divide 30 by 15, you will get 2 units of work. Clear? Why I am writing like this? How to write like this? A can do a certain piece of work in 10 days, B can do the same amount of work in 15 days. Take the LCM of 10 and 15, you will get 30 as total work. This is the total work. The total work comes out to be here as 30. Now divide this total work by total number of days. 30 is divided by 10, you will get 3 unit of work in a day. Now divide this 30 by 15, you will get 2 unit of a work which is done by B. Clear? Now in the question it is given that A plus B, they started working together. They started working together, but it is not given that in how much time A left the work. You have to, after some time A left the work and the whole work was completed in 9 days. The whole work was completed in 9 days. So we should understand that since A left the work, the other person, that is B, he was continuously working for 9 days. That is why the work is completed. A left the work, then B completed the whole work in 9 days. B was the person who was continuously working for 9 days. B was the person who was continuously working for 9 days. So amount of work done by B, work done by B in how many days? 9 days. In 1 day he is doing 2 unit of work. In 9 days he will do how many unit of work? 18 unit of work. Total work was 30 unit of work. 18 unit of work is done by B. So the remaining work, what is the remaining work? Remaining work was 30 minus 18, you will get what? 12 units of work. 12 unit work was remaining. This work was done by whom? Obviously A. Since B can do 2 unit of work in a day and the work was completed in 9 days, so the total work done by B in 9 days is 18 units. Now you subtract 18 from 30, you get 12 units of work, which is the remaining work, and this work is done by whom? A. So 12 unit of work will be done by A in how many days? Since A is doing 3 unit of work, since A is doing 3 unit of work, so how many days he will complete? 4 days. 12 unit of work will be done by A in 4 days. Clear? You don't just divide 12 by 3, you will get 4 days. So in the question it has been asked that calculate after how many days A left the work. So A left the work after 4 days. Clear? You got the answer? The answer for question number 2 is 1. You just have to take the LCM of the days. A, B started the work, but B was the person who was continuously working for 9 days. You have to multiply 9 with 2, you get the total work done by B, that is 18. Subtract this 18 from 30, the remaining work was there. This work was completed by A before leaving, but A left after some time. After how much time? 12 units of work has to be done by A, and A can do only 3 units of work in a day. So divide 12 by 3, you will get 4 days. Your answer will be 8. I hope this question will be clear. So let's move with the next question. Okay. In question number 3, it is given that A is 40% more efficient than B. What is it is given that A is 40% more efficient than B. That means A can do 40% more work than B. Together they complete the whole work in 15 days. In how much time they alone can do the work? It is given in the question that A is 40% more efficient than B. If they are working together, they can complete the whole work in how many days? 15 days. But in the question it has been asked in how much time they alone can do the work. In how much time they alone can do the work. Okay. Let's proceed with the question. What it is written again? The old concept, 40% is what? 40 by 100 you will divide, you will get 2 by 7. 40% is what? 2 by 5, sorry, 2 by 5. Okay. A is more efficient than B. A is 40% more efficient than B. 40% of 5 you will get what? 2. 40% of 5 you will get 2. Therefore, if B can do 5 unit of work, then A will do 7 unit of work. Clear? Since A is more efficient, obviously if he is efficient then he will do more work than B. Therefore, the ratio of A ratio B is equal to 7 upon 5. 7 upon 5. Got it? Very easy. It is given that A is 40% more efficient than B. So, I have written 40% in a fraction as 2 by 5. Since B is doing 5 unit of work, thus A is doing 7 unit of work. Now, the ratio this is the ratio of their efficiency. Since A is doing 7 unit of work and B is doing 5 unit of work. Now, it is also given in the question that they complete the whole work in 15 days. They means if A and B together they are completing the work. Now, if A and B work together, how many units of work will be done? 7 plus 5 is equal to 12 units. And they are working for how many days? They are working for 15 days. So, total work will be 12 into 15, that is 180 unit. Here we have calculated total work as 12 into 15. Why? Because they both are doing 12 unit of work in a day and they are completing the whole work in 15 days. So, the total work comes out to be as 180 units. Now, what is the question asking? In how much time they alone can do the work? First, we will talk about A. Since A is doing 7 unit of work, since A is doing 7 unit of work in a day, total work upon 7. So, A will finish the work in 180 by 7 days. Very easy. You just divide the total number of work by the quantity of unit of work done in a day. Similarly, for B, you can write 180 by 5. 180 by 5. So, how much you will get? You will get 36. Clear? So, your option will become what? First one. Since A is 40% more efficient than B, so I have written this percentage as a fraction. 40 by 100 it is written as 2 by 5. Since A is more efficient, that means if B is doing 5 unit of work, then A will do how much unit of work? That is 7 unit of work. Together they are working for 15 days. So, the total amount of work done is equal to 12 into 15, you will get as 180. 180 unit of work has to be done. But if A is working, how many days A will take? Total work divided by his efficiency, and according to B, total work divided by his efficiency. Clear? Very easy question. Now, I think you all are familiar with all these questions, so you can solve it by your own. Okay. Let's proceed with the next question. So, A here in this question also given that A is 20% more efficient. 200% more, sorry, not 20, it is 200% more efficient than B. A is 200% more efficient. A takes 30 less days to complete the work than B. A takes 30 less days to complete the work than B. In how many days they together complete the whole work? In how many days they together complete the whole work? Okay. Same scenario. 200% is what? Two by 100, that is 2 by 1. Now, if we talk, A is 200% more efficient than B. Suppose if A is doing 1 unit of work, then B will do how many unit of work? 3 unit of work. Clear? You just add the numerator from the denominator. If A is doing 1 unit of work, then B will do how many unit of work? 3 unit of work. 1 unit of work and 3 unit of work. Clear? Okay. One more thing here, it is also given that A takes 30 less days to complete the work than B. So here you need to understand that the person who is more efficient will take lesser number of time to complete the work. Clear? The person who is more efficient will take lesser number of time to complete the work. Okay. Let's say efficiency ratio. Efficiency ratio of A is to B is what? Here in this question that A is more efficient. So you need to write it like this is B, sorry. This is B and this is A. Why? Because A is more efficient. I have written that B is efficient, but to make a correction that A is more efficient than B. So here if A is doing 3 unit of work, then B is doing 1 unit of work. The ratio of efficiency of A is to B is equal to 3:1. Since this is the ratio of efficiency, so I have already told you the person who is more efficient will take a lesser number of time to complete the work. The efficiency ratio is 3:1. So let me take the time ratio. Let me take the time ratio of A is to B will be just opposite 1:3. Got the point? Efficiency ratio is 3:1. So the time ratio will be what? 1:3, opposite. Okay. Since A is more efficient than B, so what is the difference? And it is given that A takes 30 less days. A takes 30 less days. This is the ratio of efficiency. This is the ratio of time, that means days. So here the difference is what? 3 minus 1, it is equal to 2 unit. And this 2 unit is representing what? 30 less days, yani 30. Clear? Time ratio is given. A can complete 1:3. The difference is what? 2 unit. This 2 unit is representing, because it is given in the question as 30 less days. So 2 unit will represent 30. So 1 unit will represent what? 15. Clear? 1 unit will represent what? 15. Clear? Now you will proceed with the question. Now if 1 unit is representing what? 15. So A can complete a work in 15 days and B can complete the same work in 45 days. Clear? A can complete the same work in 15 days and the B can complete the same work in 45 days. So what you will take? You will take the LCM of 15 and 45. You will get 45. So amount of work is 3 and 1. From where I am getting 3 and 1? Divide 45 by 15, you will get 3. Divide 45 by 45, you will get 1. That means A is doing 3 unit of work in a day, B is doing 1 unit of a work in a day. Therefore, the question is asking in how many days together they complete the whole work. We have calculated the value of whole work. The whole work is what? 45. Now if A and B are working together, if A and B are working together, if A and B are working together, the quantity of unit they will do together will be, it is equal to what? 3 plus 1, it is equal to 4 unit of work. What is this? 4 unit of work. They will be doing how many unit of work in a day? 4 unit of work. Therefore, the number of days required will be 45 is the total amount of work they need to do, and they are doing 4 unit of work in a day. So your answer will be 45 by 4 days. Your answer will be what? 45 by 4 days. Okay. Where is the answer? So your option D will be correct in this question. Clear? We have done nothing. It is given in the question that A is 200% more efficient. If in a question it is given that A is 100% more efficient, then the ratio of A is to B will be 2 times. But here it is given that it is 200% more efficient than B. So the ratio, the A will be doing 3 unit of work in a day, B will be doing 1 unit of work in a day. We have calculated the ratio, efficiency ratio was given. We have just transformed it into the time ratio because the difference of the time is given as 30. Now after transforming, we have taken the difference of 1 and 3, that is 2 unit. So 2 unit of work is representing how many days? 30 days. So 1 unit will represent 15 days. So A can complete a work in 15 days and B can complete the same work in 45 days. Okay. To calculate the total work, we have taken the LCM of 15 and 45. The LCM will be what? 45. So A is doing 3 unit of work in a day and B is doing 1 unit of a work in a day. Okay. So if both working together, the total amount of work done is 3 plus 1, that is 4 unit of a work. So if they can work together, in how many days the whole work will be completed? So this is what? 45 by 4 days. Clear? Okay, let's move with the next question. Okay, this is a very different type of a question and there are so many ways to solve this question. But I will give you a trick, very small trick, it is not a big trick. You can use this trick in this type of question. Here it is given that A alone would take 27 hours more. Underline this word more. If you forgot this word or you didn't read this word, your answer will be wrong. A is taking 27 hour more. 27 hour more to complete a work than A and B working together. Here the comparison of A is done with what? A plus B, and A alone would take how many hours more? 27 hours more. Clear? Now in next, B takes 3 hours more. How again more? B takes 3 hours more to complete the work alone than A plus B working together. Here also B is compared with what? A plus B. The comparison of A is given with what? A plus B. Here the comparison of B is also given with what? A plus B. But in the question it is given that A is taking how many hours more? 27 hours more. And B is taking how many hours? 3 hours more. Okay. Now the question is asking, in how many days A and B together complete the work? Clear? What is the asking in the question? In this question it is asking A and B if working together, then how many days the work will be completed? You don't have to do anything. You have to just suppose, because here it is also more and here it is also more. You just write it down as T1 and this is as T2. The comparison of A is given with A plus B. The comparison of B is also given with A plus B. You just simply write it down. The amount of work, the amount of days A and B will complete the work is under root T1 into T2. You can use this formula directly. The amount in how many days A and B together complete the work is equal to under root T1 into T2. Solve directly like this. What is T1 given? 27 into 3. Simplify things. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Make the pair, take it out. You will get 3 into 3, you will get 9 hours. Your answer is finished. You completed the question, your answer is 9 hours. In this question, it was given that A is taking 27 hours more than A plus B. Also for B, it is also taking that 3 hours more than A plus B. You just, in this question, you were just asked, then in how many days A and B together will complete the whole work. You just have to multiply it with under root T1 into T2. Okay, you get the 9 hours. But if somehow it is also asking that how much time will A take or how much time will B take, then you just have to add 24 hours in that, 27 plus 9. Here it is taking 27 hours more and here B is taking 3 hours more. So B will complete the same work in 12 hours and A will complete the same work in 36 hours. Clear? It is not asked in the question, but still I have told you, because if A would take 27 hours more to complete A plus B, the question is finished. Till here, 9 hours, you get the answer. But if somehow it was asking that how much time with A and B will take, it will be 27 plus 9 and 3 plus 9 hours. Okay, very easy question. Clear? Okay, let's go with the next question. Now, here it is given that A completed the 3/4 of the work in 15 days and B completed the 2/5 of the work in 10 days. A completed 3/4 of the work in 15 days and B completed 2/5 of that work in 10 days. In how many time they together complete the whole work? It's a very easy question, but you need to understand this, what is 3/4 and 2/5 of that work means. See, suppose 100% is what? 100 by 100, that means 1. In fraction form, if it is written that 1 is written, that means 100% of work has been done. Clear? Now, if A takes 3/4 of that work, it will take 15 days. And one part will take how many days? One part will take how many days? 15 into 4/3. 15 into 4/3, that is equal to 20 days. Clear? If 3/4 of the work is completed in 15 days, so that is the total, the complete work will be completed in how many days? 20 days. This is for A. Similarly for B, 2/5 part is completed is how many days? 10 days. So one part will be completed in how many days? 10 into 5/2, that is equal to 25 days. Okay, clear? From the first line we have got 2 points. A will complete the work in 20 days. B will complete the same work in 25 days. Okay, clear? Now, to calculate the total work, we will take the LCM of 20 and 25. The LCM of 20 and 25 will become what? 100. So, A is doing 5 units of work in a day and B is doing a 4 units of work in a day. This is how we calculate unit of work done. Total amount of work is 100. 100 you divide by 20, you will get 5 units of work. Now 100 is divided by 25, you will get 4. So A is doing 5 unit of work in a day and B is doing how many? 4 unit of a work in a day. Now it is asked that in how much time they together complete the whole work. They means A plus B. If A plus B they are working together, 5 plus 4 it will become what? 5 plus 4 it will become 9. So total amount of work to be done is 100 and they do one part in 9 days. So your answer will be B part. Okay. You have got the answer. So here for question number 6 it will be B part. Clear? Very easy question. It was given that 3/4 of the work is completed in 15 days and 2/5 of the work is completed by B in 10 days. And we have to calculate, first we have to calculate the total work which was to be done. It will take how many days? So we have calculated that A we can complete the whole work in 20 days. The whole work means one part, fraction is 1. Now B can complete the same work in how many days? 25 days. Since we have taken the LCM of 20 and 25 as 100, so 100 will be the total work for us. So dividing 100 by 20 you get 5 unit of work. Unit of work is done by A in a day and 4 unit of work is done by B in a day. Clear? So if A and B are working together, so they will complete 5 plus 4, 9 unit of a work in a day and the total work was 100. So the number of days will be 100 by 9. Very easy question. Okay, let's move on with the next question. Question number 7. Okay, it is very good question. So many times this question has been asked. Okay, 4 men can do a piece of work in 6 days. What it is given that 4 men, if alone they are working, they can complete the whole work in 6 days. While 3 women can complete the whole work in how many days? 16 days. Clear? If 4 men, that means men alone, 4 men are working for 6 days, that the work will be completed. If 3 women are working for how many days? 16 days, the work will be completed. So there are 2 ways to find the total work. How I will write like this: total work is equal to, either you write 4 men into 6 or total work will become 3 women into 16. Got it? This is the total work. Now since I can equate total work, let's equate this. 4 men into 6 days, 4 men into 6 days, while 3 women into 16 days. It is given in the question, 4 men can do a piece of work in 6 days and 3 women can complete the piece of work in 16 days. So I have just equated this total work. I will find the ratio or the efficiency of men is to women. Men upon women, you will get 3 into 16 upon 4 into 6. Divide 4 into 6. 4 ones are, this 4 4s are 16, 3 ones are, 3 2s are, 2 ones are, 2 2s are. So the ratio is coming off 2:1. I will write it again. The ratio of men is to women is ratio, the coming is 1:1. If women can complete 1 unit of work, then men will do 2 unit of work. This is the ratio of their efficiency. This is the ratio of the work they are doing in a day. Okay. Now, what is asked in the question? 1 man and 2 women. How much? 1 man and 2 women. 1 man and 2 women. Write it down. 1 man plus 2 women. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 1. It will be how much? 4. That means if 1 man and 2 women they are working together, that means 4 unit of work is done in a day. That means 4 unit of work is done in a day. Okay, G just need to calculate the total work. You need to calculate the total work. So total work will be let me zoom it out first. Total work will be either you can get from this first or from second, any of them. You can get the total work from any of these equation. Put the value of M as 2 in 1 because it is the ratio of men is 2, or put the value of women as 1. Clear? I will use the first equation. The total work will be 4 into 2 into 6, that is equal to 48. Total work will become 48. Clear? The total work become 48. Now, one man and two women. Now, one man and two women can complete the same work in how many days? This is the question it is asking. Now, divide this 48 by 4. You will get what? 12 days. You will get what? 12 days. Clear? Your answer will become what? 7D part. Your answer will be 7th D part. Sometimes some children is also given in the question, but you need to solve like this only. Okay, I will revise this. See, 4 men can do a piece of work in 6 days. So 4 men into 6. This will be the total work. Now for second one is 6 days into 3 women. 3 women can complete the work in 16 days. So I have again multiplied with 3 women into 16 days. The total work I have equated. I have find the ratio of men ratio of women. It comes out to be 2:1. If a woman is doing a 1 unit of work, then men will do how many unit of work? That is 2 unit of work. Now in the question it has been asked that 1 man and 2 women together can complete the work in how many days? So 1 man, that is 2 into 1, and 2 women into 2 into 1. The total of 4 unit of work is done, and the total work is 48. So we just need to divide 48 by 4. You will get what? 12 days. So your answer will be 7D part. Clear? Okay. Okay. Let's start with this. This is very good question. I have earlier told you the formula. We will directly apply this. M1 D1 upon W1 is equal to M2 D2 upon W2. Okay, let's read the question. A does half as much work as B. What is this? A is doing half as much work as B. Suppose B is doing 2 unit of work. Then A will do 1 unit of work. Obviously, it is doing half as much of work as B. I have assumed that if A is doing 2 unit of work, then A will do 1 unit of work in 3/4 of the time of B. In 3/4 of the time of B. Suppose if B is taking x hours, then A will take what? 3/4 of that x hours. Okay, clear? So together they take 18 days to complete the work. Then how much time should B take to complete the same work? The question is asking that only. You have to find that how much time B is taking to complete the same work. Clear? Okay. Just first we need to find the ratio between ratio of the efficiency, whatever we are doing till now. Okay, men, suppose we are talking about A. E is taking 3/4 of time. So that 4 will come in the denominator side, and work is what? 1. Multiplied with the x if he is taking time. Suppose here it is B and he is taking how many days? X hours or x days. Now the work will be 2. This x and x gets cancels out. Find the ratio of A upon B. The ratio will be 4 upon 3 into 2. 4 upon this gets cancels out. The ratio will be 2/3. Therefore, A by B is equal to 2/3. Clear? The ratio of the efficiency comes out to be 2/3. If A is doing 2 unit of work, then B is doing 3 unit of work. Clear? Okay. So this is the ratio of the efficiency comes out. Now you will find the total work. Total work. Two plus 3 into 18. How much you will get? You will get 90. How much you will get? You will get 90. So this is the total amount of work. Since A and B are working together, they will take 18 days to complete the work. So I have added the amount of work done in a day. A is doing 2 unit of work, B is doing 3 unit of work. So I have added 2 plus 3 equal to 5 and I multiplied with 18. So I have got the total amount of work done is 90 unit. So this is the total amount of work, that is 90 unit of work. Now in the question it has been asked that then in how much time B takes to complete the same work. It is asking of B. In this question it is only asking of B. Okay. So write it down, total work upon B. B is doing how many unit of work in a day? 3 unit of work. So just divide it. You will get 30 days. So B will complete the same amount of work in how many days? 30 days. So your answer will what? 8B part. Very easy question. We have applied directly the formula M1 D1 upon W1 is equal to M2 D2 upon W2. Since A is doing half as much work as B, so if we have supposed here that B is doing 2 unit of work, so A will do 1 unit of work. And the time taken by A is 3/4 of the time. So we have found the ratio of A ratio B as 2:3. Then we have calculated the total work as 2 plus 3 into 5, that comes out to be the 90 unit of work. But in this question it has been asked that how much time the B will complete the same work. So you have divided this 90 by what? 3. I have divided this 90 by 3, I have got 30 days. So your answer will be what? 30 days. Here we will come up with the next question. In question number 9, it is given that A and B are two pipes. A and B are two pipes can fill the tank in 24 and 32 minutes respectively. A and B are two pipes, they can fill a tank in 24 and 32 minutes respectively. So I will write like this, A can fill a tank in 24 minutes and B can in 32 minutes. Okay. If both pipes are open together, then after how much time the pipe B should be closed? Remember that which pipe has been closed? B. The pipe B should be closed so that the tank is filled in 18 minutes. So that the tank is filled in 18 minutes. Okay. So this is the same, that we have to proceed likewise as we were proceeding in time and work. This is a question of pipe and cistern, but the concepts will be same. So the LCM of, will take the LCM of the 24 and 32, it will comes out to be 96. You can try it out. The LCM will be 96. Now the pipe A will be filled, how many unit of water will be filled? You will divide it with 96 divided by 24, you will get 4. And when you will divide, you will get 3 units of water will be filled. So A and B, they are two pipes, they can fill the tank in 24 minutes and 32 minutes. I have taken the LCM of that. This is the total work. This is the total work. Clear? Or you have to fill a certain system. This is the work given by both the pipes A and B. Okay. If both the pipes are open together, then after how much time the pipe B should be closed so that the tank is filled in 18 minutes. It is given in the question that the tank was filled in total in 18 minutes and the pipe B was closed, but the pipe A was continuously working for how much time? 18 minutes. A was completely working for how much time? 18 minutes. So the total work done by A or the water filled by A is equal to 18 into 4, you will get 72. 72 units of water is filled by what? Pipe A. Since A was continuously working and A can fill 4 units of work in a minute, so the total amount of work or the total amount of water which is filled by A is equal to 18 into 4, that is 72. Now the remaining is what? Remaining is what? 96 minus 72, you will get 24 unit. 24 unit is the remaining one. This is filled by which pipe? This is filled by pipe B. This amount of water or this amount of work is done by what? B. Okay. So how much time the B was closed? Total remaining was 24 and B can only do 3 units of work. So you divide, you will get 8 minutes of time. Clear? A was continuously working for 18 minutes. A have completed 18 into 4, 72 units of work is done by whom? A. But the pipe B was closed. A was continuously working and B was closed. Now the remaining was what? 24 unit of work. This work was done by whom? There were only 2 pipes. So this work was done by what? Pipe B. So you have to divide 24 by 3. You will get 8 minutes. So the pipe B should be closed 8 minutes. After 8 minutes. The pipe B should be closed after 8 minutes. You got the answer? The same concept which we were using is time and work. They are very much applicable in the pipe and systems also. Clear? Should I proceed? Okay. Okay. This is also a question of pipe and system. Two filling pipes A and B fill the cistern in 12 and 16 minutes. Now just write it down. A can fill a cistern in 12 minutes. B can fill a cistern in 16 minutes. You can take the LCM to make the total work. The LCM of 12 and 16 will always be 48. Now you just divide, you will get 4 unit of work, you will get 3 unit of work. Now you must be very much familiar with all this what I am doing. Two filling pipes A and B fill a cistern in 12 minutes and 16 minutes respectively. Both pipes are open together. Both pipes are open together, but A being closed. Very important, you have to mention which one is closed. A is closed 4 minutes before the cistern was full. Okay. At the last stage what was done? 4 minutes before, when the cistern was about to fill, A was closed. That means if A was closed, which pipe was working? B pipe was working. Pipe B was working for the last 4 minutes. The pipe B was working for the last 4 minutes. Okay. Since B was working for the last 4 minutes, the work done by B in last 4 minutes is 4 3 are 12, that will you will get 12 unit of work. 12 unit of work is done by B in last 4 minutes. Clear? Since it is given in the question that A is being closed 4 minutes before the cistern was about to fill. So if A was closed, then the pipe B was continuously working. So the amount of work done by B in the last 4th minute is 4 into 3, you will get 12 unit of work. Okay. Now we will calculate the remaining work. 48 minus 12, you will get 36. You will get the 36 unit of work. It still has to be done, and this work was already done by whom? When both the pipes were working together. This work has to be done by whom? When both the pipes were working together, because it is in the question it is given that both pipes are opened together. Both pipes are opened together. That means A and B were opened, and this amount of work or this amount of unit has to be filled by whom? A and B both. Okay. Since A and B working together, they will work how much unit of work? 7 unit of work. Therefore, the time to take to complete 36 unit will be, the time to complete 36 unit will be 36 divided by 7. In fraction form it is written like this: 5 and 1 by 7 minute. So this is the time in which A and B were opened together, and they will complete 36 unit of work. But in what time, the question is asking in what time the whole system will be filled. This is the time for which A and B both were opened, and 4 minutes was the time when only B was working. So total time, the total time is equal to 4 plus 5 1 by 7. 4 plus 5 1 by 7 minutes. Which will be equal to 9 plus 7 1 by 9 and 1 by 7 minutes. Clear? Since in the question it has been asked that A is being closed 4 minutes before the system, and what time the whole system will be filled. This was the time 5 1 by 7 plus 4. So your answer will be 10A. Clear? So in this session we have discussed about average, mixture and alligations, time and work, and pipe and cistern. Okay. So let's take a break for 1 hour. We will continue with some more topics regarding GS paper, CSAT paper 2. Okay.